Stop treating burnout like a rite of passage. Everywhere we go, we hear and read the word burnout. It's talked about so casually, like everyone experiences it, and it's just no big deal. It's like, oh, you'll feel bad for a little while, and then it's over. But for those of you who have actually experienced real burnout, you know that's just not true. This video is for Black women, millennials, Gen Xers, and people who are frustrated and want to take better care of themselves and improve your health and well-being. Here are 3 things you need to know about burnout. First of all, burnout is not just being tired. Burnout is not fixed by a vacation, and more importantly, it is not a rite of passage. Before we dive in, I'll introduce myself in case you're new to this channel. Hey y'all, welcome to PrttyParticular. I'm LT, a digital nomad and lifestyle and business optimization coach. I help people find clarity to design a life they love and transform organizations to optimize efficiency and effectiveness. So I provide concierge-style career and lifestyle coaching for individuals, and I offer companies high-touch consulting services. So think fractional chief of staff, project and program management, talent, HR, and organizational development. I've worked in people development for over a decade. So let's go ahead and get to the facts about burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that's typically caused by excessive and prolonged stress. So you'll notice that burnout is typically characterized by emotional exhaustion, physical fatigue, lack of interest, as well as feelings of hopelessness. So you might actually feel that things are a never-ending cycle. And you might feel like you can't really find a way to escape. And that's because burnout is such a comprehensive and overwhelming experience that short-term fixes are really no fix at all. Now, if it is caught in very early stages, you could recover from burnout in maybe a few months. But if you experience burnout for a significant period of time, recovery itself could actually take years. And that's why I feel like we really need to stop treating burnout like it's a rite of passage and start treating it like the threat to your health and well-being and a threat to your future. Prolonged burnout impacts the way you think. It impacts the way that you engage with your family and your friends. And it causes health impacts anywhere from headaches and depression to increased infections, immune-related diseases, all because of stress. And that's because stress shows up in the body initially as inflammation. So these are things that are threats to living a good life. If you value family, then anything that gets in the way of that is a threat to your family. If you value holistic health, then anything that gets in the way of that is a threat to your well-being. So it's critical to not continue to allow burnout to seem like a rite of passage. It's not something that everyone deals with, and it's not something that everyone has to deal with. It can be stopped, and in the future, it can be avoided. So here are 3 steps that you can take if you feel you're experiencing burnout. The first one, straightforward, schedule time off immediately. I literally want you to open your calendar, check your PTO balance, and put some time in. The second thing is, during this time off, I want you to actually split your time to doing 2 things. And the first half is to do nothing. No work, no cleaning, no cooking, no labor. Now, I realize that may not be fully accessible to everyone, but I want you to get as close to that as possible. Get as close to doing absolutely nothing as possible. Really let your brain and body unplug. You can go for walks, you can exercise, you can take naps when you want, you can journal, but no real labor. Okay? For the second half of that, I want you to just focus on dreaming. I want you to think about what you would do if you weren't doing that job, if you weren't doing that thing that you feel like is burning you out. For some of you, this will be really hard because your brain is going to tell you it doesn't matter. You can't change anything, blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. Write down that objection and then keep going. The dreaming part is important because part of burnout is a sense of hopelessness, which means you also are experiencing a lack of control, right? And you're not in control of everything, but you are an autonomous person and you can impact your present to change your future. Dreaming will help you to reconnect with your autonomy, and reconnecting with your autonomy will help you to pivot, because we do have to pivot out of burnout. So the first step was to take time off immediately. The second step was to kind of do two things in one. The first one being doing nothing, and then the second part being spending time dreaming. Now, the third step is to choose one behavior you will do differently going forward that you feel might be contributing to your burnout. So if you're doing too many activities, choose one and let it go. If you never plan quiet time for yourself, sit down and rearrange your calendar for the next 30 days to create more space for you. If you're not working out in any way, choose one small way that you can have more motion in your week. Once we no longer see burnout as a rite of passage and we see it as a threat that it is, we can be more thoughtful and proactive with ourselves and our well-being by taking precautions and pivoting when we see it's time. You can get out of the rat race and stop doing things because you think you have to. You can dream and create a different future for yourself based on your values. And if you want help finding clarity, aligning your values to your goals, and creating an action plan that actually suits the future that you see for yourself, then schedule your coaching session with me.